The lawyers asked us to read this. Rich Herrera is solely responsible for the opinions, the callers, the conversations, and whatever happens next. Management had nothing to do with it. Welcome to the 933 Experiment. This is News Radio WRVA.
All right, welcome everybody. We call it the 933 Experiment. We open up the phone lines for you. First time all day here on News Radio WRVA. And I remind everybody, call soon. Like people will send me a text message, how come you don't take telephone calls till the end of the segment? Because it takes a while for people to go, oh, I do want to call and talk about that. And then by the time they get through and we screen them, we get their names. It takes a little bit of time just to put telephone calls on. We don't just put them on blindly like, oh, let's see who's on line one. We actually have a process of doing things. So if you want to call in, you got to call early to get through on the phone lines. 833-804-1140. 833-804-1140 is the number for you to get on the program. So, Super Dave, you and I both saw this story today. They're calling it Oreo Gate. By the way, can we find something else other than Gate for everything that turns out to be a controversy?
Well, I'm so glad you said that. I was just getting ready to say the same thing. Why does everything have to be a gate?
It's I don't know. It just gets annoying. Gate this, gate that, gate this, all after
the
Watergate.
list of things that I find annoying.
That's because you're getting old.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, well, you're the ancient one on this show.
I am.
Like you're a week older than me?
A little more than that.
Yeah. Like listen, boomer. I had somebody try to argue with me the other day that I was more boomer than Gen X.
That you act more boomer than Gen X?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I think I act as immature as anybody else.
Wow.
I do. I'm not. I want to be a grown-up.
You have grown-ups are no fun.
Yeah, grown-ups no fun. You got to buy your own milk. That's why I always told my son growing up, I go, dude, if I could live back home with my mom and dad and not have to buy the milk, that'd be great.
We are close enough in age, by the way, that I am still, by definition, considered Gen X, but barely.
Right. We're the very top echelon of that.
Andrew.
All right. Here's a story. Okay.
I will leave you alone now.
Okay. Thanks. Because you're going to get mad about this. What do you do if you're a kid? What if you're a kid and your mom won't pack you Oreos in your lunch? You're going to make a trade, right? Like Super Dave, did you trade things for peanut butter sandwiches?
No, well, I always had a peanut butter sandwich.
Oh,
I always trade it for like fruit roll-ups or a candy bar
something
or something
like that. All right, wait a minute. Andrew's on line one, right? All right, put Andrew up, and I'm going to walk through the story with him. Thank you, Andrew, for calling in early today. So I remember, Andrew, when I was a kid, you trade, like 5 apples for potato chips or something, right?
Yeah.
Now
there's definitely a hierarchy of snacks, that's for sure.
So I'll share this funny story with you. So I've talked about my dad before, right? I miss him dearly. I have lots of stories about my pop. But he was a migrant farm worker, so they would go from town to town, and they couldn't afford Wonder Bread, so they all ate burritos for lunch. They'd pack burritos. And then once they settled into a new town, because they come in for 6 weeks, they pick the crops, go to the next one. They come into a new town. It'd take them a couple weeks to get used to the kids. And then the kids that lived in the town found out, wait a minute, all these farm worker kids have burritos. That's much better than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So my dad said that they would trade the burritos because it was such a delicacy to the kids that had bologna and cheese sandwiches. And he goes, I love bologna because I didn't have to eat a burrito. So kids trade this stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So here's the story. Woman on Instagram going viral for sharing a mom's group chat with another mom. Her name is Michelle, asking all the other kindergartner moms to stop packing Oreos because it makes her daughter Ava upset. Ava doesn't have a food allergy. There's nothing wrong. Michelle just doesn't want Ava eating Oreos. And she's going to dictate to the other moms in this pack what they're allowed to send to school so Ava doesn't get sad when she goes to school. So Charlotte packed Oreos and said, with all due respect, I'm not changing my daughter's lunch because your daughter wants an Oreo. And then it just blew up. So, Andrew, what is going on? Why is it that these Karens think they could dictate to all the rest of you? Andrew, I'm sorry. you're not allowed to have Oreos.
It's nuts, man. And I think the biggest thing as far as that is obviously you mentioned earlier entitlement, but B, I think they're I think social media has given too many people a big head as far as the voice and the authority that they do have.
100%, because you see,
right?
And it's funny. What's the first thing when you ever see any of these videos online or you see them in person? What's the first thing people do? Let me bring out my cell phone because that's my lightsaber. I'll be able to fight you because I'll record. Hey, Andrew, don't you put you put those Oreos in there? I'm gonna record. I've got my phone out, Andrew. Don't you put those Oreos out there? It's like they're having an aneurysm in front of us.
Man, if somebody sent that in my group text, man, I would be sending my kid to school with full-size candy bars every single day. Chocolate chips, Chips Ahoy, all this stuff, man. Like, at that point, it's like, dude, get over yourself.
But I don't even know if it's about the food because she doesn't have food allergies. She just says, we don't send cookies to our daughter. Okay, well, then maybe you're a bad parent. Maybe you're a better parent than I am. But if you're going to tell me what I can send and what I can't, then you know what I'm going to send? Not only am I going to send Oreos, I'm going to send Red Bull and Pixie Sticks and tell my kid to trade it to your daughter, Ava.
And the Fun Dip.
Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, do you remember the Fun Dip? I'd send Fun Dip. I'd send Pixie Sticks. You know what? I'm going to be a horrible human being, and I'm going to have to go to confession for this. I'm going to send those, I can't say it. I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to send those gum cigars they used to have. Do you remember they were green, they were lime green, they were pink. They looked like cigars. They had a cigar wrapper on it, but it was gum. I'm sending one of those for little Ava. She's going to learn to like gum cigars.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, dude, I feel like if you want to make a decision for your kid, hey, I don't want them eating this, that's perfectly fine. But you shouldn't have to rely on other parents raising their kids the same way to defend your decisions on how you raise yours.
Am I doing anything wrong sending Oreo cookies to school? Like I could see it if I'm sending tins of chewing tobacco to kindergartners and they're trading that. Okay, Rich, maybe we ought not send Copenhagen in the morning to little kids, but Oreo cookies? Come on, right?
I'm with you, man. I'm with you 100%.
Hey, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Opens up a phone line for you, 833-804-1140. 833-804-1140. Facebook blowing up right now, facebook.com/News Radio WRVA. Tony says, I'd pack more cookies. Super Dave?
That would make your kid the most popular kid in school if you packed them all cookies.
Did you ever pop off where you would tell the whole school, hey, I'm going to bring this, and then come home and tell your mom, hey, I need 30 peanut butter sandwiches?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every kid does that, I think. And it wasn't peanut butter sandwich. It's always like, I need like, $10 buckets of popcorn by tomorrow. Or, something like that.
One time Rigney came home and he goes, hey, it's Hispanic Heritage and we're going to have food for everybody. And I volunteered to bring everybody churros. I'm like, what do you mean you volunteered to bring everybody churros? Well, yeah. I said, where are you going to get 30 churros? I don't know. I'm like, well, you're looking at me and it's tomorrow. I got to find 30 churros. And this is like 15 years. Let's see, 20. Yeah, probably 15, 17 years ago. There's not churros on every street corner. I'm like, what am I going to go get? So I had to go find a Mexican restaurant and go, can I please have 30 churros? They looked at me like I was crazy.
I mean, you didn't make them yourself?
I don't know how to make churros. I know how to eat them.
Yeah, that's all I know how to do, too.
I know how to eat. I know how to eat a churro. Tim says, pack cookies for your kid, and then I would pack extra for my kid to share. Oh, Tim, you're just like the rest of us. Shress says, I'd send cookies for the entire class. Super Dave, I think you have a friend right there. Elizabeth says, continue to pack cookies for my child and tell her to stay in her lane. Doreen says, she needs to mind her own business. Ask your child not to make a big deal about what's in his lunch and just eat it.
Right. You pack cookies for everybody, and you start handing them out to all the other kids, and you get to her, you say, "Sorry, your mom says you can't have one. I'd love to give you one,
But then poor Ava's going to go home more sad.
Well, go talk to your mom. If your mom says yes, I'll give it to you." But
you know what Bob Boone told Brett and Aaron Boone? Bob Boone, for those who don't know, Bob Boone was a professional baseball player. His sons played in the big leagues as well. Aaron's manager of Yankees. You just go, life's not fair. Get over it.
Yeah.
Life's not fair. Get over it. Mary Kay says, I had kids ask me to pack them lunches. I would just pack extras every day. Yes, allergy stuff, I get it. On the off chance a child is truly hungry, no nuts, trees, peanuts, outside chocolate, I get that. Lots of fruit snacks. I would show up and have lunch with my sons and buy everyone ice cream or another treat at least 3 times a year at school. It's to get them through the day happy. Home is where the true nutrition should be.
She was buying everybody ice cream when she showed up.
Yeah,
for
she wasn't.
I bet she was the most popular mom in school.
I would do stuff like that. I brought popsicles a couple times. Like it was really, really hot in Florida, where it was really muggy. I brought popsicles to the whole class. You know,
I bet you were really popular.
Oh, I was a great dad. Oh, kids loved me. Like one year for they have the end of the year picnic, and I said, let's be candid. You met Riggs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a little bit like his dad. He runs his mouth quite a bit. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That might be the understatement of the year.
He's not shy. So I know there were times where he would annoy the girls. So I brought an igloo cooler full of water balloons, and I held him. I said, "Girls, I understand he's a little mouthy and he's a little obnoxious. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hold him down. You just unload on him." And there were probably 200 water balloons in that big igloo cooler. And they just stood there and just pummeled him with water balloons. And everybody stood there and laughed. And I held him. And he goes, "Let me know." And I said, "You're going to take this because you were mouthy to these girls all year long." It was like the 4th grade. Held him down. And they just pummeled him with water balloons.
I'm surprised he doesn't have some kind of complex or something.
And then I gave everybody popsicles after that.
Okay. Well, then it's okay. Yeah. If you gave everybody a popsicle afterwards.
Yeah. Somebody else says she needs to mind her own business. What do you guys think? If a parent told you, my daughter, I don't send her cookies to school. I know you send your kid cookies to school. My child's sad because they don't have cookies. Therefore, you shall not send cookies for your child. What would you say? And again, this is 100% goes on a daily basis. We see this. Maybe it's overblown because of social media, but we all have that person that's decided they're going to put their 2 cents into everything, including what I do. Oh, your neighbor says, you shouldn't park 2 cars in the driveway. Why? Well, you have a garage. Why don't you use it? Well, it's my driveway. I pay for it. Yeah, I know, but I don't like it out there. You should put one of your cars in the driveway. I actually had a neighbor tell me to not park my car in the driveway because it bothered her because she looked out her window when she was washing dishes. I said, well, then have somebody else wash dishes.
I would have said, buy me a different car that you like, and I'll put it in the driveway.
Whoever sent this, I love you, but you're a horrible person. Send enough cookies for Junior to sell them. That's like Georgie Cooper on
Young Sheldon.
On Young Sheldon they thought, are you selling drugs? No, he was selling candy cheaper than the vending machine at the high school.
That's funny.
833-804-1140. 833-804-1140. If you want to chime in, and I grab one more telephone call. You know what? Some of you people are awful. I love you dearly, but I cannot read what you're telling me to put. I can't read that on the air, but I love every one of you.
Are they telling her where to put the cookies?
Oh, there's some things out there. Yes. By the way, if you want to share this, I'd love to. Hey, do me a favor. Help share this. It's up on our Facebook page. In fact, if you haven't, please follow us, and whatever you're supposed to do on Facebook. Facebook.com/newsradio WRVA. We put clips of the show. our question of the day, our Herrera Ask question of the day, and lots of other things in there. Last night I streamed live from the Richmond Flying Squirrels because Dave wouldn't go out on a school night. So
Yeah, and
no, I'm just telling everybody you wouldn't go. I invited you to go to the game, and you wouldn't go on a school night.
I don't get enough sleep as it is. So if I can't do it on a school night,
Then you won't go.
no.
Okay, no, I get it.
I put the show ahead of my social life most of the time.
You could have hung out with me. I would have bought you a hot dog.
I hang out with you every day.
That's true. In fact, we're going to hang out immediately after this on Facebook, facebook.com/newsradio WRVA, our post-game show wrap that we do exclusively on Facebook. You can watch it, so make sure you follow us. All right, quick reminder for you. When I was there yesterday at the ballpark, I was kind of inspecting where we're going to do our second annual prostate cancer screening. Virginia Urology, Richmond Flying Squirrels, Fans for a Cure, we're all teaming up to bring you a free prostate cancer screening, especially for men that don't have insurance, underinsured. It's free. Virginia Urology is picking up the whole tab. They're donating everything because it's important for us to remember September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. And I'm just going to tell you this. I got a wonderful story of someone who was there with us last year that changed their life. And I'm going to get him to come on the show and tell his story. But for men, it's the number one killer, and it's the most preventable cancer that there is. But it's up to you. You have to go be proactive. And again, I know insurance is tough and money's tight. This is free. This is free. So what's tougher? The inconvenience of showing up at the ball game or the inconvenience of telling your family years from now that you have cancer and you're dying? That's serious. So do me a favor, put it on your calendar. But I'm going to ask this audience to do me a big favor. I need you. I can only do so much. I need you. I need you to help spread the word. Tell everyone you know, September 8th, CarMax Park, free prostate cancer screening. Please, please, please help me with that. I want to get the word out so we save somebody's life. It's September 8th. Please, 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 please just tell everybody you can. Share it with whoever you can tell. All right, time for a national anthem brought to you by Freedom Services and Training, the biggest little gun store in town. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to talk more about Chesterfield County backing off on that whole idea of eliminating the car tax by using data center taxes. Dave Saunders stops by the program, What to Do in Richmond this weekend. Of course, Governor George Allen joins us as well. And you never know what kind of rabbit Dave is going to pull out of his hat. So tomorrow, back on with you at 6 a.m. Okay. I think we did a good job. We'll be on Facebook in about 10 minutes or so if you want to follow us for our post-game wrap. We'd appreciate it. We do it live, and then you can watch it later as well. There's a reason I get up every morning. It's because there's things I think are important that we stand up for. One is always going to be my family. The other is this great country. That's why we get up. We have the discussions we have here on Richmond's Morning News, and I get up without fail every morning. So excited to talk to you because I do believe in you, and I believe in this country, and that's worth standing up for. So for all of us here at News Radio WRVA, thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Or excuse me, 6 a.m. News Radio WRVA.
Please stand for the national anthem of the United States of America.